Sending money across borders feels pretty simple these days, doesn't it? A few taps on an app, and poof, your money is on its way. But what if I told you that simple click kicks off this incredibly complex journey? One that's full of hidden costs and, well, a system that's right on the verge of a massive change. So let's pull back the curtain and see what's really going on.
I bet you have. Maybe you sent some cash to family back home, or you paid a freelancer who's working halfway across the world, or maybe you just bought something from a website overseas. It's become a totally normal, everyday thing for millions and millions of us.
Right. But that simple little send button, it's really just the tip of the iceberg. Underneath the surface, there's this whole world of rules designed to protect you, a bunch of hidden costs that are quietly eating into your money, and a tech revolution that's about to rewrite the entire playbook. We're going to dive into all three.
Okay, first things first, you are not navigating this world alone. There are actually some really powerful rules in place, and they were specifically designed to protect you, the consumer. So here in the United States, the main watchdog is the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB for short. And they created something called the Remittance Transfer Rule, and you can basically think of it as a bill of rights for anyone sending money out of the country. Now, this rule gives you 4 really key protections. First, you have to get a clear disclosure of all the costs before you even pay. Second, you get a final receipt. Third, and this is a big one, you get a 30-minute window to cancel for a full refund. And fourth, if something goes wrong, there's a real process to get it fixed. The big takeaway here, this isn't the Wild West. There's a system built to keep your money safe.
And check this out. This is one of the most powerful tools you have, the prepayment disclosure. This is not a suggestion. It's the law. Providers have to give you this document before you pay. It breaks down every single cost, and it's literally designed so you can take it to a competitor and see who's giving you the better deal.
So what's on it? Well, everything you need to know. The amount you're sending, the fees and taxes the company is charging, the exact exchange rate they're using, and, critically, the final amount the person on the other end is actually going to get. It is your right to see all of this before you commit a single dollar.
But here's the thing. Even with all these rules, the full picture of what you're paying can be, well, let's just say it can be misleading, because the biggest costs are often hiding where you'd least expect them.
Let's make this real. We're going to take a look at the fee structure of a major, super popular service, just to see how this plays out in the real world.
So you go to send some money, and the first thing you see is the fee. It's a transaction fee, and in this example, it's 5% of whatever you're sending. Okay, on the surface, that seems pretty straightforward, right?
But then you see something that makes it seem even better. That 5% fee is capped. The absolute most you'll pay in transaction fees is just $4.99. So if you're sending, say, $1,000, paying less than $5 feels like an amazing deal. And frankly, it's designed to make you feel that way. But is that the whole story? That small, very clear capped fee, that's not where the company makes its real money. There's another, much bigger cost that's hiding in plain sight. And here it is, the currency conversion markup. This is where the real cost is buried. Providers take the official exchange rate, the one you see on Google, and they secretly add a 3 to 4% margin right on top for themselves. This is the fee that has no cap, and it gets bigger and bigger the more money you send. Just look at how this plays out. Let's say you send $500 to Europe. At the real mid-market rate, your friend should get 425 euros. But with the provider's marked up rate, they only get 410. That 15 euro difference, that is a hidden fee. And it's more than triple the advertised $4.99 fee you thought you were paying. And that's just on a $500 transfer. Imagine sending more.
Now, this system of high, often hidden fees is exactly what a new wave of technology is trying to completely tear down. We are moving from a world of closed-off systems to one where all these networks are interconnected.
I mean, just imagine this for a second. You're on vacation in Thailand, and you can pay a street food vendor directly from your payment app back home, instantly, without even thinking about converting currency. That's the dream. And you know what? It's way closer than you think. The core idea here is something called interoperability. It's a fancy word, but it just means making different systems work together. The best way to think about it is like a universal translator, but for money. Instead of dozens of digital wallets all stuck in their own little walled gardens, a single platform connects them so they can all speak the same financial language. And look, this isn't some far-off futuristic idea, it's happening right now. The big players are building these platforms to connect their own services with huge national payment systems like India's incredibly popular UPI or China's Tenpay.
The goal here is to create a single, massive network that could link billions of users.
The promise of this is just huge. Imagine slashing the average cost of sending money from over 6% down to less than 1%. Imagine transfers that happen in milliseconds, not days. And maybe, just maybe, the most important part? This could bring billions of people who rely on digital wallets but don't have traditional bank accounts into the global economy for the very first time.
So, we've seen the rules that are there to protect us, the hidden costs that are chipping away at our money, and the future that promises to change the entire game. So, what does this all mean for you and your wallet? Okay, let's just quickly recap the journey of your money. We've come from a past and a present where your money is protected by rules, sure, but it's also being diminished by all these hidden costs. We're now heading into a near future that's defined by this race to connect all the digital wallets. But the big question this all leads to is,
as these old walls between payment systems start to crumble, are we really heading toward a truly open, competitive market that drives costs down for everybody? Or will this race just create a new set of even more powerful global gatekeepers? That is the central question we all need to be watching as this revolution unfolds.